Hey folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Louis Carlin, or her right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching for the first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you subscribed before and you left when I indicated that I was leaving, and then I decided to come back and you haven't resubscribed, please consider resubscribing. Some of you already have, and I really appreciate it. I know I screwed up and made the mistake. I said I was leaving. But like I said, I missed it too much, so I'm back. So if you unsubscribed before and you're watching and you discovered that I'm back, resubscribe, and don't forget to hit that like button. That's very important too. If you like the video, hit that. Even if you don't like the video, hit that like button. Hit that like button for me. Let's get some huge amount of likes on these videos. Will make me very, very happy. Will make me want to run upstairs and make a fish stick sandwich. Make a fish stick sandwich dedicated to everybody that's here, on all my subscribers. Maybe we'll have one fish stick sandwich for every single subscriber. That'll be over 1,800 fish stick sandwiches. I don't think I can do that. But anyway, yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. All right, let's get into it. Best of the Super Juniors, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Best of the Super Juniors, Speedball Mike Bailey. Oh my gosh. If you didn't see the match against Hiromu Takahashi, the opening night was today. Mike Bailey versus Hiromu Takahashi. Takahashi, the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. And what a freaking match these two had. Oh my goodness. What a match. Mike Bailey is such an incredible talent. Such an incredible talent, Speedball Mike Bailey is. And man, Hiromu Takahashi, we all know Hiromu Takahashi, one of the best junior heavyweights in the world. And these two came together. The crowd was pumped. The crowd was vocal. The crowd was behind Bailey. They were chanting Bailey, Bailey. He had fans behind Takahashi as well, but there was a lot of Bailey, Bailey chants. Not his first time in Japan. He's made a name for himself in DDT Pro Wrestling. Now New Japan Pro. I think this is his debut in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I could be wrong. But anyway, what a match. If you haven't seen it, go out of your way. And they showed it for free. It was on for free. I don't know if it's free anymore, but the live feed was free early this morning. It started, I think, 4 a.m. In the US, Canada. Hopefully you got to see it, but if you didn't see it, go out of your way. Try to see this match. Speedball Mike Bailey against Hiromu Takahashi. Speedball Mike Bailey, my goodness, representing Impact Wrestling in a tremendous way against Hiromu Takahashi today at the Best of the Super Juniors. My goodness. Mike Bailey, Speedball Mike Bailey was victorious, defeated Hiromu Takahashi, which was a huge, huge win for Speedball Mike Bailey. Defeated the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, which means normally it means that Speedball Mike Bailey is either going to win this tournament and go on to face Hiromu Takahashi for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship and wind up losing to Takahashi, or we could see Takahashi defend against Speedball Mike Bailey at the upcoming multiverse New Japan Pro Wrestling. Is it Multiverse United? I'm sorry, I forgot the name of it. Let me I think it's Multiverse United. I just want to make sure I got I'm a little out of practice. Haven't done this for a while. Excuse me, guys. Multiverse. I want to make sure I got it. Everyone's laughing at me right now. It's okay. I just want to make sure I got Multiverse United. Make sure I got the name right. Yeah, so it's Multiverse United. Okay, so I'm right. So I got it right. So I remember. My memory. I'm eating I'm eating a lot of mushrooms. I'm eating a lot of blueberries and brain food. Yeah, so maybe if he doesn't win, we could see Hiromu Takahashi defending the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship against Speedball Mike Bailey at Multiverse United 2. I think that win by Mike Bailey is kind of setting up that match for Multiverse United 2. So that's something to get very excited about, because they had a hell of a match. They had a hell of a match. And again, I don't know if Mike Bailey's going to win the tournament. I'm picking Kushida to win it, but Mike Bailey defeating Takahashi was huge, and I think that's just setting up a match between Takahashi and Mike Bailey at Multiverse United 2. I don't think any matches have been announced yet. No matches have been announced yet, but I think that win is setting up that match at Multiverse United 2, which I believe is in Philadelphia. Yeah, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, probably the 2300 arena. But big win. Mike Bailey really. I know last year Ace Austin did a terrific job at the best of the Super Juniors, but now Mike Bailey. There's something special about Mike Bailey. My goodness, it's something. There's just something extraordinarily special about Speedball Mike Bailey, and I'm just so glad he's in Impact Wrestling. I'm glad he's part of the Impact Wrestling roster. He did Impact Wrestling proud, and yeah, so a big win over Takahashi. So the next three matches for Speedball Mike Bailey at the best of the Super Juniors. He's taking on tomorrow. Is taking on Show Speedball Mike Bailey against Show, which should be a good match. Show was good before he turned heel. When he became heel, he kind of turned. He kind of lost his appeal. He lost my appeal for him when he turned heel. He was great as a babyface, but when he turned heel, I'm not a fan of a heel show. Hopefully, we'll see the babyface show will show up, and babyface show will show up, and we'll get a. We should get a great match, but he'll probably wind up getting the wrench, taking the wrench out, and try to hit Bailey with it or whatever. And then on May 14th, Mike Bailey against TJP, which should be an interesting matchup. Speedball Mike Bailey against TJP, former Impact Wrestling star TJP. Then on May 16th, Speedball Mike Bailey goes one-on-one with Kushida, which should be an absolutely outstanding match. So lots of big matches coming up. There's a lot more matches for Speedball Mike Bailey, but I just going over the next three for him at the best of the Super Juniors. But if you haven't seen the match against Takahashi, man, go out of your way to see it. It was an absolutely fantastic matchup. All right, so moving on. Former NXT UK tag team to challenge for the Impact Wrestling tag team titles at Under Siege. Subculture, Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster will face the Impact Wrestling tag team champions Chris Bay and Ace Austin at Under Siege. Now, I'm familiar with Mark Andrews. I know he used to be at Impact Wrestling as Andrews. I'm not really familiar with Flash Morgan Webster, and I'm not really familiar of the two of them as team. I know they were for the former UK NXT Tag Team Champions, so they must be a decent tag team if they're former tag team champion. And I believe they're bringing their valet with them as well. I'm not sure what her name is it Luna? What's her name here? Oh, Danny Luna. So Danny Luna she's part of the stablemate. She's not a valet. Sorry, did I say valet? She's a stablemate. Stablemate Danny Luna, subculture stablemate Danny Luna, and I'm not familiar with them at all. Anybody want to comment and let me know how good this team is? I'll guess I'll watch some videos as well. But um they're getting put over here. So they're getting put over. It says subculture burst onto the scene for a golden opportunity at Under Siege in a shocking. This is the Impact Wrestling website. In a shocking turn of events, former Impact star Mark Andrews is set to make his long-awaited return at Under Siege as he teams with Morgan Webster. I guess he's just going against Morgan Webster now to challenge ABC, Chris Bay, Ace Austin for the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team titles alongside Danny Luna. Andrews and Webster are known around the world as subculture and have taken the UK wrestling scene by storm. On the other hand, Ace Austin and Chris Bay have been on quite a roll since dethroning Motor City Machine Guns to become Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Champions. Here's my little issue with this, though. Here's my little issue. Why are they getting a tag team title shot? It says they burst onto in a shot. It says subculture burst onto the scene for a golden opportunity. Who did they defeat in Impact Wrestling to get a title shot? Well, why are they? I know it's a new tag team. But why can't why can't we see them against like Motor City Machine Guns? Let them get a win over the Motor City Machine Guns. Let them earn the tag team title shot instead of just giving them a golden opportunity, as it says here. Okay, granted, the former NXT UK tag team champions, so they have held some gold. Maybe they want Chris Bay and Ace Austin to defeat an NXT team. That's another possibility as well. But I'm not really a fan of just, hey, their new team, let's bring them in, give them a tag team title opportunity right off the bat. I'm just not a fan of that. I feel professional, even though it's professional wrestling and everything is everything, all the matches are predetermined, the victors are predetermined. I still think they should, you know, earn the opportunity to get a tag team title shot. That's just how I feel. Like I said, they bring him in, let him. Even if they got a victory over Decay, I would have been happy. Speaking of which, speaking of good hands, defeated Decay. All right, last night. I like the good hands. I like John Schuyler. I like Jason Hodge. I think they were a great tag team. But anyway, back to subculture. They should have unless they were part of the TV tapings and they got a victory. I don't think they were. But yeah, I just feel even though it's professional wrestling, I feel you just I feel better if if they earned a title shot as opposed to just being handed it. But that's just how I feel. Maybe you feel differently, and that's okay. But anyway, sure it should be a good match. Um, like I said, I don't know much about. I know Mark Andrews, great talent. I don't know much about Morgan Webster. Um, But I'm expecting a good tag team match. I don't think Bay and Austin are going to lose. I think they're going to be victorious. It could be they're from the UK. We're going to bring a UK team in, and Bay and Austin will be defeating teams from around the world. They could be doing something like that. That could be maybe something they're going for as well. But yeah, so Under Siege, Subculture versus Chris Bay and Ace Austin with the Impact Wrestling Tag Team titles on the line. So here's so Under Siege, May 26th, London, Ontario. It's on a Friday. Can't kind of get to it because I'll be working. I'm gonna try to get to the TV tapings on the following day, but it's not guaranteed that I can make it. But anyways, here's Under Siege. It's like a 2.5, 2 hour drive for me. Not too bad. We'll see if I can get to the TV tapings. I definitely can't get to the Under Siege in time because I'll be working. But here's the other matches: Steve Maclin versus PCO, no DQ match for the Impact Wrestling World Title. Deanna Prazo versus Jordan Grace, last chance match for the Impact Knockouts World Championship. If Grace loses, she cannot challenge for the title as long as Prazo is champion. So I'm thinking Jordan Grace is going to lose. She won't be able to challenge until Trinity defeats Deanna Prazo for the Impact Wrestling World Championship. I'm sorry, Impact Knockouts World Championship. Trey Miguel defends the X Division Championship against Chris Sabin. Six-way match to determine the number one contender for the Impact World Championship. Alex Shelley versus Eddie Edwards versus Frankie Kazarian versus Jonathan Gresham versus Moose versus Yuya Uemura. I would love to see Yuya Uemura sneak it out, but it's not going to happen. I think Frankie Kazarian's going to win. I think with this whole interview series that they're having with Frankie Kazarian, I think that's leading up to him winning, becoming the number one contender, and then challenging Steve Maclin for the Impact Wrestling World Title. I don't think he's going to become the champion, but I think he's going to become the number one contender. Um, or either him or Jonathan Gresham, one of the two, I think are going to win this match. Then we got the design. Now let's talk about this match for a second. We got the design: Angels, Dina, and Khan versus Sami Callihan, and two opponents. I'm sorry, two partners of Sami Callihan to be announced, to be determined. So it was like it's going to be Rich Swann. It was say one of the partners are going to be Rich Swann, and who knows who the other partner is. I don't want Rich Swann as one of his partners. I think this is what Impact Wrestling should do. And I tweeted about this. Impact Wrestling should bring back, and if anything less than this to me is going to be a disappointment, they should bring back Jake Christ and Madman Fulton to reform OVE with Sami Callihan to take on the design. That's what they should do. I'm thinking, did I get OVE? Is it OVE? It's Ohio versus everything. Oh, was there a different name for it? It was OVE, right? Yeah. Okay, whatever. But anyway, they should bring them back. Jay Christ and Madman Fulton to join Sami Callihan and to take on the design, Alan Angels, Cody Deaner, and Khan. And then they should feud. Then we could have amazing six-man matches between both teams. We could have one-on-one matches we could have a big feud between both factions. Anything less than that would be a disappointment. It's probably going to be Rich Swann and maybe Heath. Like Heath will be like the other partner, something like that. But for me, anything less, anything that's not Jake Christ and Madman Fulton will be a disappointment for me. That'll be disappointing for me. I think we can have a great feud between both factions, and I'm hoping Impact Wrestling goes in that direction. I'm hoping they go in that direction. I hope they bring back Jake Christ. I hope they bring back Madman Fulton, and we get both factions feuding. That's what I want. That's what Lewis Carlin freaking wants. That's what I want. That's what I want. Okay. I know you left, but you'll be back soon, Eric Young. I think you'll be back soon, Eric Young. What if Eric Young? No, it's not Eric Young. What if where's my finger? Come on, right there. Back right there. Eric Young. I think he'll be back soon. I think he'll be back soon. But that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for. Got little Moose back here. It's like, I'm gonna be the number one contender. No, you're not, Moose. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping we see the Sami Callihan bringing back Jake Christ, and it's a perfect. This is the perfect situation to bring both of them back. This is the perfect. Jake Christ wants to come back, and I posted this. I tweeted it out, and Man Fulton, he actually he liked the tweet, so he's digging it. Jake Christ, I know, would love to come back to Impact Wrestling. When I had him on my show, I asked him about it, and he would love to come back to Impact Wrestling. This is the perfect opportunity. I mean, if it was Rich Swann, like they should just say it's Rich Swann, not to be determined. That's Sami Callihan and to be determined, and we find out it's Rich Swann. They should just say it's just Rich Swann, right? And Heath. They if it's those guys. I don't know if it's going to be Heath. I'm just throwing his name out there. But if it's somebody that's on the Impact Wrestling roster, it's not a surprise. They should just name them and just not say to be determined or to be announced. You know, this is the perfect opportunity for Impact Wrestling to bring back Jake Christ and Madman Fulton, and damn it, they got to do it. Sorry, I had to pound my fist. They this is the perfect opportunity. Jake Christ is absolutely killing it right now on the indie scene. And not to bring him back would be a travesty, an absolute travesty. This is the opportunity. They gotta bring him back. They gotta bring both of them back in this match. This is the opportunity. Then we have Trinity against somebody else who's to be determined. Probably gonna be Giselle Shaw. That's my guess. Trinity versus Giselle Shaw. So I'm guessing Giselle Shaw. Whoever it is, Trinity's going over big time. She's not going to lose. Nick Aldis against Kenny King, which should be a very, very good match. Nick Aldis defeating Sheldon Jean last night at Impact Wrestling. I think they need to give Sheldon Jean a push. He's an incredible talent, and it would be an absolute travesty if they just use him as enhancement talent. But they should give him a push. I think he has what it takes to become a big star. Sheldon Jean. But this it's going to be Nick Aldis against Kenny King. I think I was reading today it's now a no disqualification match, same as the main event. Weird that there's two no DQ matches on the show. Well, that's not weird. Not weird. Then you have Ace Austin, Chris Bay defending the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team titles against Mark Andrews and Morgan Webster with Danny Luna. So there you have it. So that's that. Those are the 8 matches so far. Sure, there'll be a few more probably pre-show matches as well for Under Siege, which is May 26th in London, Ontario. Going to be on Impact Plus and YouTube Ultimate Insiders. So don't forget to watch. Don't forget to watch Under Siege, and it better be Jake Christ and Madman Fulton. Better be Jake Christ and Madman Fulton. I'll be disappointed if it's not. And that's it. That is it. Somebody was asking me somebody was asking me about my thoughts on the Impact Wrestling NFTs. I'm going to be honest. I don't really know much about NFTs. I looked it up. I read a little bit about it. I don't know if I get it. I don't know if I understand it. Maybe I need to sit down and really study it. But I'm not really too familiar with the NFTs. So if it benefits Impact Wrestling, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Okay, so we're gonna leave it at that. And that's it. That's all I got. And hope you enjoyed the show. And I hope if you unsubscribed when I had my brief hiatus, I hope you have resubscribed by now. Don't forget to hit that like button also. Like this video. All right, so we're gonna leave it at that for now. Anything breaks, I'll be back, of course. But until then, thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye, and stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye bye.